Hey everyone, it's Evan again, and today I'm going to do a different kind of video. This is inspired by Jay Vaters, who did a video about his, talking about all his favorite movies that came out each year that um, he was born, that he ever since he was born, and like his favorite movie, like the best movies of those years that he thought were the best of the years. Yeah, so I thought that was a really cool idea, so I decided to do my take on it. And half of these are like some of my favorite movies. Some of them I wouldn't consider my all-time favorites, but definitely my favorites of the year. So let's get this started. I was born in 2001, so let's start with 2001. First off is Shrek. What can I say about Shrek? Shrek is a really great movie. It's it was part of my childhood. I used to watch it several times as a kid, over and over again on DVD. It's just a great movie. The animation for the time was really great. It's the humor is really funny, and yeah, it did inspire a lot of bad animated movies that were trying to be hip and witty, even though they used those terms loosely. And I don't understand why it's getting a remake. The franchise ended, DreamWorks. But yeah, it makes me laugh to this day, and it still holds up even when you get older. It even gets better as you get older because you understand some of the jokes. So yeah. All right, next up for 2002 is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is not my favorite superhero, but I like him a bit. I like him a bit. He is definitely a really good superhero. He's probably actually, he's probably one of the greatest. And I'd say between this and the Amazing Spider-Man, I love both, but I'm gonna have to decide which one's better because I really like them both. But yeah, Spider-Man, it's really good. I remember watching this a lot when I was a kid, and it's a really good movie. It definitely has a comic style to it, and it's just Tobey Maguire was amazing as Spider-Man, and it's a shame we didn't get a fourth one. Or Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Rhino, which was it's funny that they keep canceling sequels, but yeah. 2003, his Freaky Friday. I would have put Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on here because that is a really good movie, but this Freaky Friday is just one of my favorite movies because it was part of my childhood. I used to watch it just like Shrek. I used to watch it over and over again when I was a kid. Lindsay Lohan was my childhood crush. I was like 2 or 3 when I saw this. Give me a break. And it's such a funny movie. Like Jamie Lee Curtis is playing a teen. It even gets funnier as I become a teen because you kind of understand the struggles more. So yeah, Freaky Friday. It's a great film. 2004, I had to choose either between the SpongeBob SquarePants movie or Mean Girls, but for here, I chose Mean Girls. This is just such a funny movie. 2 Lindsay Lohan movies in a row. It's such a funny movie. One of the better teen movies. It's actually well written. Yeah, it's considered a chick flick, but it's really funny. It really makes me laugh, and it's one of the most quotable movies ever, and it's just such a great movie. Up for 2005, Sin City. Holy crap, this is a really good movie. I'm a sucker for comic book movies that look like comic books because I just love the style to it. It just looks really good. There's like a black and white, the whole movie's in black and white except for I don't know, there's some yellow in it as well. It's really stylized. I love stylized movies such as this and Watchmen and other movies like that, and it's just really good. Sin City, really good movie. Not to mention Bruce Willis is in it. I love him in no matter what he's in, and he's one of my favorite actors. So, 2006, Nacho Libre. I love this movie. Oh my god, this was such a funny movie. Jack Black does really great his Spanish accent, and I had don't you know I had diarrhea since Easter? Or get that corn out of my face. Or well, I ate some bugs. I ate some grass. I used my hand to wipe my tears. It's such a funny movie. I really like it. It's Nacho Libre, great movie. For 2007, The Simpsons movie. The Simpsons is one of my favorite TV shows, so it'll make sense why this is one of my favorite movies. And yeah, out of all the movies that came out 2007, I gotta say this one's my favorite. It's such a funny movie. It just cracks me up, and it actually has some emotional moments too. And it's really funny. It's just like the show, it except it doesn't just feel like an extended episode. It feels like a movie, but with the same style as the show, and I really appreciated doing that. So, for 2008, my personal favorite MCU movie, say what you want, The Incredible Hulk. This was a great movie. I really liked it. Like, unlike all other MCU movies, at least this one, it takes itself seriously and it focuses on action and conflict without, having one-liners ruining every moment. And at least in this one, the CG on Hulk looks amazing. And I think Edward Norton is the best Hulk. Go ahead, I'm ready for you to shoot at me. Yeah, and Liv Tyler, one of the most attractive women of all time. Yeah. 2009, one of the most amazing animated movies I've ever seen, Coraline. What can I say about this movie that I haven't already said? It's amazing, it's creative, it's visually stunning, has an original story. It's just amazing. Yeah, I would have also considered putting Monsters vs. Aliens on here, and while I still really love that movie, this one just really is inspiring and creative, and it's one of the most visually amazing movies I've ever seen. So, 2010, kind of an obscure pick, but Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Like I said, I really love stylized, over the top movies, and this is kind of says it all. And this movie was a lot of fun to watch. It's funny, and it's just a really fun movie. I thought it was pretty awesome. So, 2011, probably, I think everyone can argue this is also their favorite, but Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Great conclusion to the series. It was really epic. It wasn't really slow, and it was definitely worth waiting after seeing Deathly Hallows Part 1. I remember going to see this as well as Deathly Hallows Part 1 in theaters, and it was quite an experience. It was a great way to end the Harry Potter series. Now we got Fantastic Beasts, another epic series to look forward to future installments. 2012. This is one of my favorite franchises, so of course I included on here. Men in Black 3. I love the Men in Black franchise. It's just, the movies are really funny. They're really creative. The effects still hold up to this day, and this one, I would have loved to see a Men in Black 4, but we're getting another one with Chris Hemsworth, and I'll still see it. It looks good, but I still would have loved to see Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith in one last movie. Josh Brolin was really good as Agent K. Before he was Cable, he was Agent K, so. 2013, This Is the End. Yeah, this is my pick. I'm sorry, this is just one of those movies that makes me laugh and laugh, and it's a really funny movie. It has a lot of very funny comedians like Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, and it's kind of like a dark action comedy, and I'm kind of a sucker for those, and this movie is it has me laughing throughout the whole thing, and it's just one entertaining movie. So, 2014, the Lego Movie. The Lego Movie was so good. It was better than it needed to be. A lot of people think, oh, it could have just been an hour and a half toy commercial, but no, they actually made a story rather than an excuse to sell Lego. It definitely really held up, and it was very creative. The animation, I love how the animation looks like it was made entirely of Legos, but it was all with computers. That is what you call talent right there. And yeah, and the second one was surprisingly even better. So yeah, 2015. I'm pretty sure everyone can also agree on this. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It was great seeing another Star Wars again. I'm glad I got the chance to see a Star Wars movie in theaters. I remember wanting to see Revenge of the Sith, but I couldn't get a chance to see it, and it was a really entertaining movie. It was a lot of fun. The action was great, and it had the original characters as well as new characters. So, got it can appeal to original fans as well as some new fans. So, it kind of works out for everybody. 2016, you already know what it is, don't you? Deadpool. This movie had me laughing constantly, and it really got me in. After seeing this movie, I got into the character, and I do have a keen interest in Deadpool. He's a really funny character, and I I'm definitely a huge fan of him now, and I'm glad they made this movie. It cracks me up. 2017, Wonder Woman. This movie was amazing. I would have also put Logan, but if you remember my top 10 um, last year, last 2 years ago, you will remember that Logan was my second and number one was Wonder Woman. This was such an amazing movie. Wonder Woman's a great character. She's really empowering, and she's tough and strong, and she's not a pussy like in Marvel Universe. So he's like in Hulk. Hulk was kind of a coward a little, but I still liked Ragnarok. It was funny, and it was just such an amazing movie. 2018, you know what it is. You know what it is. Deadpool 2. I love how every time a Deadpool movie comes out, it's my favorite movie of the year, but this was even better than the first. The story was really consistent. Like, as much as I love the first one, it was kind of distracting seeing like a back and forth view of Wade Wilson's life, of how he became Deadpool and what Deadpool's doing. And it was really emotional, and it had a lot of laugh out loud moments like the first one. It's an amazing movie, and I'm glad I went to see it. I was laughing hard in the theater, and it's just such a great movie. So yeah, it's Deadpool 2. So make a video response if you want of your favorite movies that came out since the years you were born, or maybe comment them down. So see you later. This was pretty fun to make.